Hello, dear friends, and thanks for being with us today on our Sunday webinar. Hello, everyone. With us is Mikhail Sanilevich, Boris Belotsorkovsky. I'm Semyon Vinokur. This show is translated into 22 languages, and as always, we'll ask your questions online. And today we're going to talk about the Creator. If you remember our previous shows, it was about souls, and today we're going to talk about the Creator. So, I'll ask the question directly. A question asked by Nika from Dnieper. She asked, someone from the great Kabbalists, did he ever see the Creator through his inner vision? Did anyone ever describe him? Maybe it's funny, but I'd really like to imagine who he is. The Creator has no image. This is the first thing, says Rav. Another thing is that in that state of lack of understanding or the way we depict something to ourselves, we can't say that it's the Creator in any way. Because the Creator is a quality of connection, love, and bestowal. And that's it. Meaning, it's something that has no dimension, no volume, no form or shape. It's a quality that we can differentiate according to whomever it's in. Meaning, if you have the quality of bestowal, connection, love, well, we can describe it in a few other words, but if you have this quality, to some extent, in a certain measure, then it's possible to say that the Creator is clothed in you, that this part exists in you. This is the only way we can say something about the Creator. Simeon, so she's asking, is it possible to see that the Creator is dressed in someone? Rav, impossible, because the only thing that you can see through your inner vision, when a person achieves such a quality, the quality of bestowal and love, then, from within himself, he can feel the extent to which the Creator exists in him, and he can measure it. The thing is that the wisdom of Kabbalah allows us to measure these qualities, these dimensions, these desires, screens, rejections, nearings, the power of love, or being rejected from each other, and so on. All of these dimensions, eventually they give us a picture of being closer, further away, uniting with the Creator, and so on. Simeon, so a person can feel how close or distant he is from the concept of the Creator. Yes. Mikhail, so we can say that there's the Creator and there are His qualities, because you were talking about His qualities now. No, says Rav. When we say Creator, we mean His qualities. Mikhail, and that's it? Everything that we see around us, matter, substance, everything. Rav, we see only substance. We don't see objects. It seems to us as objects. These objects don't exist. What is it then? Asks Simeon. Rav, these are forces. Everything consists of two forces, of reception and bestowal, and the combination of these two forces depicts all the different dimensions and forms and shapes for us. Michael, so the Creator is the force of bestowal. Rav, absolutely the force of bestowal, love, the force of good. This is the Creator. Michael, if I cultivate such a force in myself, then to that extent I can feel. Rav, yes, and only that way. Therefore, when this girl asked, did anyone ever see the Creator? If you achieve these qualities, you discover Him inside yourself, but that's the only way. Simeon, so Piotr from Kiev is asking, what are these three categories of the Creator? One, unique and unified. Rav, it's in order to emphasize that in the world there is just one force, the force of bestowal and love, the force of the Creator. He's the only one that governs and controls everything, and even those forces, attributes, categories that he creates on purpose in order to put himself in the shade as a contrast opposite to them, they also come directly from him. Boris, there's always the question, there is the creator and his essence. What's the difference between the two? Atzmuto, his essence, it's something that we have no connection to. We can't say anything about it. Atzmuto is that force that exists, but before it's materialized or realized in us, before it manifests in us, and therefore we can't say anything about it. Boris, and we can't say about the creator. Rav, yes. Simeon. So it's an intermediate phase. Rav, yes. Michael, but we don't have the quality of bestowal. How can we talk about the Creator? Rav, only theoretically. Only what Kabbalists tell us. Everything that happens, it's only the Creator. Boris and Atzmuto, we can never attain that, neither can Kabbalists ever. Simeon.
So one student asks, so this force acts differently on people, but the force is the same.
Rav, but these forces are different. And to the extent to which they are similar or opposite to this quality, in accordance with that, it happens that we come closer or further away from it.
So when you're talking about differently, you only mean this quality of a person?
Only according to complete equivalence of form with the Creator. Everything else doesn't matter. Only are you closer or further away from Him?
What are the names of the Creator? How many names does the Creator have?
Everything you want. It's all the names of the Creator, because everything that we feel, it's all we feel, all these. Everything that we feel, it's actually the Creator. And therefore, whatever you talk about, whatever you say, whether it's colors or sounds or shapes or everything, it's all the manifestation of the Creator in you.
But it's written there, 72 names of the Creator.
Well, this is something else. It depends on the readiness of your desire to be like the Creator, and to the extent to which you're in equivalence of form with the Creator, you can start feeling Him. And the biggest feeling of the Creator is expressed in these 72 names.
So it's something very common.
Yeah, on a very high level.
So when I say glass, it's also the name of the Creator?
Whatever you feel, including a glass, it's also the manifestation of the Creator.
Alexander is asking, so who created the Creator? Constant question.
No one created him. We have to understand that no one created anyone. We're only talking about the creation of the desire that later on a person perceives that he exists in, that he dwells in, but actually creation, it's the creation of the desire, existence out of nothing. And because if we'll go deeper into that, we'll see that that also doesn't exist. So we have to understand that we're on a very, so to speak, tightrope that we can fall off suddenly from. Why? Because it's all conditional. It depends on our attainment. The more we advance, the more words we'll have and expressions and inner perceptions. And correspondingly, we will express ourselves differently, we'll perceive the words differently, we'll see that what Kabbalists write about, it's all very conditional.
A constant question, of course. Marina is asking. A person lives in constant suffering, and during this time it is truly difficult. Rav, please give me an advice how to connect everything to there's none else besides him.
Suffering it exists precisely in order for a person to aspire for the Creator. Once you start doing that and you make Him the source of all your different states, and this is something that we go through on our lessons, once we do that, then we make the Creator, we position the Creator. When we put Him at the top of everything that we go through, and we relate everything that happens to us that we go through to Him, then immediately all of these states, we appreciate them completely differently.
We have a group here from Kyrgyzstan. A friend from Bishkek is asking, why is the Creator not an egoist?
Why is He not an egoist? Because He's complete and whole. It is a complete, whole, and perfect force that consists of the quality of bestowal and love, precisely because this is how it is by nature. And therefore, since it has no will to receive or to receive pleasure at the expense of someone or something, therefore it can't be negative. And it is called the Creator.
Mikhail is asking, the Creator is a constant energy which is unattainable for our imagination? That's the question.
Yeah, we can say that too. What does it mean, energy? The quality of bestowal. Better put it that way.
The word energy is something you don't use often.
No, because it's very limited.
The word bestowal, what is it?
Bestowal, it's everything that is emanated, that emanates.
And let's say a person acquires this quality, that he begins to emanate and bestow.
If he has such a quality, such an ability, then the Creator conveys His force into the world through him, and man becomes the continuity of the Creator.
So there's nothing that needs to be bestowed, you just need to transmit.
Well, what do you have to give? Nothing. You can only be with the Creator and be His conductor.
What does it mean to bestow to the Creator?
This is exactly what it means. You can't give anything because He's perfect.
Is there some sort of an expression to be a conductor for the Creator in this world?
Try to give this method to people that will turn them into conductors.
So whatever we're telling people right now about the Creator is part of this.
It's a part of the methodology that gradually they'll adapt and then they'll become the conductors of the Creator. The upper light will pass through them and they'll feel themselves as the Creator.
So it's so simple just to tell people about this?
No, it's not that simple to realize it, but it's possible to really explain it in a few sentences. If I become like the Creator, then I become a conductor of His energy onto others. And by that, I become like Him.
When we say the Creator in Russian, it's a few words in Hebrew. The most common one is Bore.
Bore means Creator.
So how do we define Bore as the Creator?
The Creator, he in general, Bore, he relates to something more specific.
It's not an awakening toward a certain action, something specific?
I don't think that we have to go into these. I don't think that this is something that we have to scrutinize because no one uses it so specifically.
We also say something ma'atzil. What does that mean?
Ma'atzil, emanator. It's not the Creator. It's more kind of how to translate ma'atzil. Emanator.
A savior?
No.
Direct translation. Artyom from Kiev is asking, he's appealing. Lightman says that the creator and nature is one and the same. Can we say that creator and truth are one and the same? In this way, saying that talking about the truth, we're correcting the soul, allows us to be with the creator.
All very true.
So it's not only Lightman that says this, but Abdullah Salam said it as well.
What Lightman said and says, it's all written in the books. Please, you're invited to read and see, and if you'll see that it says something opposite in the books, I'll be really happy to explain it all.
Jan is asking, why the sensation of the creator, it comes with heightened sexual energy? Is the sexual energy in everything?
Yeah, by the way, when a person, as a person, advances towards the creator, towards bestowal, towards connection with others, Kabbalistically wise, alongside with it, he has increased sexual desires. It's written so in the Kabbalistic textbooks.
Because these are foundational desires of a person.
Yeah.
Question from Ukraine: how not to confuse the creator with Kabbalah with psychology?
Study Kabbalah, and then you won't get confused, and the others will get confused because they simply don't know.
Then we need to study psychology in parallel to understand what it is.
No. Through studying Kabbalah, it'll become very clear that it's really a science about the attainment of the upper force and not some psychological training. Human psychological training.
Ina is asking, why in perfection was imperfection born?
The truth is that incompleteness does not exist. This world doesn't exist, we don't exist, and completeness doesn't exist. We only exist in our lowly imagination so that from it we can attain the perfection, the creator.
In other words, how this incompleteness was born out of perfection.
The creator created on purpose this kind of picture in which we exist in our world and everything else, that we all as if exist.
Is this something you call a dream?
Yeah, the book of Zohar calls this state slumber, a state of slumber, and our entire state, until we wake up and discover the upper world, it's all called a dream.
The creator himself, does he feel, sense this picture of the world?
Can't say anything besides about the quality.
So we can't say the creator sees us in this way?
No such thing as sees us. If you say that he sees us, then you're talking about something very precise, not about a quality, but about some kind of an object.
It's hard to imagine.
It's hard because the truth is that we don't exist in the form that we think either.
So we can't say that he's looking at us the way we are.
Look what you're saying. We exist inside of this quality.
It's a good question. Does he have mind and heart?
Has a sense of humor.
Да. То есть, в принципе, если бы могли сказать, что он видит единую душу. Вот так, если бы могли говорить.
So if we could say that he sees one soul,
yeah,
and our job is to come to see this whole world as one soul.
Yeah.
If we are similar to him, what does it mean to be similar to him? We're not similar to him. He didn't make us similar to him.
Similar in terms of equivalence of form, only in qualities, that's it.
What does it mean that the Creator has made us according to His image? What does it mean?
The Creator created a desire to receive. And this desire to receive, it was created in the key of bestowal and love. And then it fell from that state to the very opposite, into reception and hate.
Юрий спрашивает, и все-таки Творец развивается?
Yuri is asking, so the Creator himself, does he develop and change?
The Creator doesn't change at all. we're the only ones that change with respect to Him. And these changes of ours, we can ascribe to Him, but actually, He doesn't change at all. It is a complete unchanging upper light.
It's kind of like the sun that we can imagine. It keeps shining, and it's up to you how you turn towards it.
Yeah, I can say that.
Well, Salam says that it's like glasses that you put on with greater or smaller resolution. Question. So humanity is in adhesion with the Creator without realizing it?
Humanity is in complete equivalence of form, adhesion with the Creator, but mankind doesn't feel it. And our entire work, using the wisdom of Kabbalah, is to reach a state where we will feel it in a very clear, tangible manner.
Question. Which qualities of the Creator we can attain and which we cannot?
The one that we can attain, we know, Kabbalists write about it, and the one we can't attain, we don't know, and Kabbalists don't write about it.
So please tell us what we can attain and
Absolutely everything that has to do with us, this is something we can attain, and things that have nothing to do with us, we don't even know about them, we can't even imagine them.
no one has written about this.
How can you write about it if you didn't attain it?
No one has attained.
No
Neither
one.
Kabbalist or anyone.
No one. Eventually, what's perceived in the will to receive created by the desire, this is told about in the wisdom of Kabbalah, and if the desire can't differentiate something, then how can they write about it? Kabbalah, it's a very, the entire wisdom is based on
What can the Creator not do?
experiments. It's not about what can He and can't He, because He is constant. It is a constant quality of utter good and bestowal.
Такой вопрос продолжения. Если он совершенен, не значит,
Question. If He's perfect, then does it not mean that He finished His development and is simply dead?
Oh, He existed, He grew, and He died. Or we, in our world, we exist within the coordinates of time, space, and motion. And the Creator, He doesn't have such limitations.
What can you compare this force to? Is there something in this world that's close to this that we can understand?
The closest to what we can understand is good and love.
Yeah, this is something we can understand.
Well, to the extent to which we can understand it. From this we can imagine what the Creator is.
So, love in this world, we can maybe approximate that this is
I'll suppose.
something towards the Creator. Question. Dear Rav, call these.
This is something invented by people, thought up by people. People, they thought up many things. We depicted many things about ourselves.
Why did the Creator made us so that people would make up these pagan gods?
Well, you can learn about something only from two opposite states, plus and minus, and when a person perceives in between these two any manifestation, any action, when he perceives them in between these two, only then can he attain it.
So this was purposely made up by the Creator so that we would believe in these gods and deities, and then would die, and then eventually would come to understand what He truly is.
Yeah.
A question. We talk about the Creator as a quality, but how can we talk about Him as a governing force
Why
over
not?
everything?
We're in this quality. We're changing all the time. With respect to this quality, we're constantly changing, and that's the governance. If you're saying there's no, the Creator, He does this or that. No, He doesn't do anything.
про частное, про общее управление.
We're talking about a private or general
It doesn't
governance.
matter. Particular or general, He doesn't do anything. We're the ones that do everything.
Of a great group from Kharkov, there's a question. To feel the Creator, to understand Him, is one and the same?
Feeling, understanding, and understanding the Creator It's not one and the same. Understanding, it's a deeper feeling, but it's a feeling.
To feel, to see and hear Him, what is that?
These are different levels. The quality of Bina is to hear, the quality of Chokhmah is to see.
How do I understand it?
These are degrees of attainment. It's not your eyes or ears.
What about ears?
The eyes are higher, the light of Chokhmah.
This is not related to seeing and hearing in our world?
No, it has nothing to do with our body.
Yeah, we probably need a separate program about the creation. There's nothing to talk about here.
No, but gradually we attain the Creator from what He's not. We attain Him from the negation, from the opposite.
So can we say that we attain the Creator while studying ourselves?
Yeah.
So we can talk about ourselves.
Why not? It, one way or another, is a force that we exist in. Why not talk about it?
Dima is asking, we feel the Creator in our consciousness, so the more developed the consciousness is.
I can't imagine about saying something about feeling the Creator in His consciousness. I don't understand this.
So please explain why the work in the group is the only thing that develops consciousness.
Because in the group we attain a completely new desire that consists of our chopped up desires. These shattered desires of ours, when they unite, at the same time they remain chopped up, but along with it they're connected, and then they have the opportunity, the ability to feel the Creator within themselves, amongst them.
So it's the same consciousness that existed, or something else?
This is something else. It is a desire that's created in us by the upper light that connects our different, our separated egoistic desires.
Question from Odessa: does the Creator hear the appeal of the prayer of a Kabbalist?
I don't know how to put it. He hears. Hard to say that he hears. Sees. Hard to say that he sees something. The Creator, He feels our desires, and not an individual desire, but only that of a group. That's it. Therefore, many people in the world, for thousands of years, they're shouting out to the Creator, but it's a system. It's a kind of system that doesn't hear. But if you get together, 5, 10 people, or a few people together, and try and to connect amongst yourself seriously and turn to the Creator from the bottom of your heart, and you'll see how it works.
So can we imagine that, let's say, the Creator, I look at a person, and he consists of hundreds of billions of cells. I don't see each single cell. I see a general image of a person. That's how the Creator sees us as well?
No, that's not the thing that he has weak eyesight or something. No. The thing is that when our desires unite, then they're like Him, they become like Him, and therefore they're felt by Him and we feel Him.
What are these unified desires?
It's when we are egoists, and above this egoism we connect to Him.
And what do we want in this common desire? What should we want?
In this mutual desire, we only want to be in we want to be in touch with Him. That's it. In order to give Him, love Him, bestow.
In other words, we need to unite between few friends and try to connect in such a way that we learn how to bestow.
It's mutual. There's nothing to give. Just feel that that's how it is, and you'll see how you'll start feeling in your mutual desire the Creator.
Question from Sochi: to hear in your heart. How to hear the voice of the Creator in your heart?
Not in your heart, but in your mutual desire that's aimed at connection, unity. There you will see the manifestation, the revelation of the Creator, and that will be a very interesting revelation for you. Meaning it's going to be like some kind of a warm force.
Даже вот глядя по вопросам, видно, насколько человеку было бы проще.
Looking at the questions, I can see how much more simpler it would be for a person to have this state, me and the Creator.
Yeah, how egoistic it is.
You constantly direct a person towards the group.
I have no other option. I'll constantly repeat this all the time. An individual in spirituality is not taken into account. At least two or three together, this is already a group. They're connected and they arrange this mutual force, this connection in which it's possible to feel the Creator. Simeon, still, I'll ask. I find myself on the internet. Where did Lightman find...
Rav, look at the Torah, idiots. Look what the Torah says.
And Jethro.
Yes, in Yitro. There is a chapter, Yitro, where it says how Moshe does this. Look at the Zohar. It's written by a 10. Look at what Ramchal writes, a Kabbalist from the 15th century. He was working in a 10. Ari worked in a 10. All of the Kabbalists. I myself have learned from a great Kabbalist as well. I don't understand where they get this.
He said that he never saw something like that, Bala Sulam talking about it.
Via group. I organized them.
He said he never heard that Bala Sulam talked about tens.
Bala Salam had 6 or 7 people, but they were together.
But when there's already a group, then you need to be a 10?
It needs to be in the same state as a 10.
Is there a difference between a group and a 10?
No, we say this, a 10. But it's very rarely when we truly see 10 people. Rabash writes about this as well. Why does he need to go far and say, I don't see 10 people? Read the articles of Rabash.
A minyan in Hebrew, that's also a congregation of 10.
Yes, minyan is an old system of unification to the tens. It comes from the method of Kabbalah. I would recommend for people that don't know anything, don't write about this. It simply talks about your significance.
These are people that teach. Well, doesn't matter.
This can be read in a lot of sources.
Of course, and it says very clearly how Jethro came.
Let them approach us. It's okay.
Are my desires predetermined by the Creator? Now I'm realizing my intentions. Are these intentions mine or the Creator's?
You don't have anything of your own within you. Not in any one of us. It's all from the Creator. But the Creator places us before sometimes very unpleasant actions and events so that we would eventually realize that these actions were good and learn from them. When we curse our past actions, this also the Creator does within us. This all goes through our ego, through our desire, and that's how we learn. We always feel what the Creator does with us. It accumulates over time.
When a person turns directly to the Creator, who is he turning to? To the ego?
To the ego itself, but it's good.
But he's talking to his own conscience, or what?
He draws like an image for himself.
Stas is asking, why can't a person, if a person feels himself as a part of the whole, why can't he bestow?
They can feel a lot of things. We have imagination for a lot of things.
Look at the Moscow group, how many people. Dmitry from Moscow is asking, how do you pray personally or turn to the Creator, and how often do you do it?
This is something that's very private. But when I do this, constantly. How do I do it? Through my students.
Вот тоже Ольга из Москвы спрашивает.
Olga from Moscow is asking, in Moscow we have this saying, Chinuk Svet. She says, what does it mean to draw the light? What is light?
Light is a quality of bestowal and love. It's a spiritual force that we want to attract so that it would pass its qualities to us. But you see, these qualities I can receive only when I am connected with others. Where can I show that this light is necessary for me? Let's say I want to unify with you and other people, and you also with me, and then we, in our desires, through our desires, attract this quality of unity, and it brings us closer. Can even bring us close to such a point that we imagine ourselves as one whole, and then the Creator is revealed within us.
From Bishkek, if a person is a quality, then what is this quality dressed on, and who attains the Creator altogether, the quality or what?
The one that attains the Creator is who, as a result of his development in the group, through studies and everything that's necessary, would attain a state when he feels that his desire and the desire of another can work together in one system, and then between these two desires there is revealed a quality of unity, which is the beginning of a relation of the Creator.
Dima from Kiev, how can I not plunge into philosophy discussing the Creator?
It's something that's unavoidable. You will always descend into this philosophy, and it will always be a part of your spiritual journey. Gradually with time it will disappear and disappear more, and you will feel a greater attraction to specific actions.
The soul is a part of the Creator from above. This is how it's called. To create your soul means to rip off a piece of the Creator, or what?
No, we are inside of the Creator. The revelation of the Creator within us is called our soul. When we conceal Him or reveal Him, this revelation of the Creator within us is a soul.
He is torn off what? Interesting question. Ego is asking, why does the Creator answer some prayers and He doesn't answer other prayers? And we're talking about prayers on the animate level.
On the animal level, there could be such a descent that a person has asked for something, and let's say he won, and then there could be a state when he lost or nothing.
How is it possible? The Creator isn't changing, or what?
The Creator doesn't change, but how does it play with a person?
Sometimes He does, sometimes He doesn't.
Oh, this is something you'll see later. We are talking about how do we advance towards revelation of the Creator, and if in regards to you can ask for something and then your wish is fulfilled, you can say that maybe this is luck, or
what's the best way?
I think that we shouldn't relate to this in any way, but work how Kabbalists tell us to work. Then you have very precise knowledge and a system of revelation of the Creator within your hands. And then it will be clear for you how to act in this world.
Max is asking, what's the right way to react to what the Creator sends you? The right reaction, what is it?
A correct reaction towards what the Creator sends us is to constantly feel that you have a connection, contact with Him.
And maybe I just imagine, how do I know that it's Him?
Imagine yourself that it comes only from the Creator.
Everything.
But it's better if you do this together with your friends.
Pavel from Uzhgorod is asking, what has to be at first? What do you have to do first? Study the Torah, or study Kabbalah, or through the Torah, or through studying Kabbalah we can correctly understand what it says in the Torah? Should we study Hebrew in order to understand what these are?
Torah and Kabbalah are one and the same. I don't know how you explain this, but I explain this in a very specific way. Torah is a light that comes from above in order to correct our ego. Kabbalah is a method of working with this light. How to receive this revelation of the Creator in a correct way within us. That's Kabbalah, a method of revelation of the Creator. How Baal Salam writes in the article, The Essence of the Science of Kabbalah.
How to correctly understand that you're turning to the Creator? Can I test this somehow?
No, I would say appeal however you want to, make mistakes, but the most important thing is to be in some sort of a connection with Him.
And the only way I can communicate with the Creator is just to ask?
However you want to. Just don't end this connection.
So I can just talk to Him, or what?
Then you will gradually feel that you become more and more connected with Him.
Why are you saying that the Creator doesn't hear and doesn't answer my prayers? He answers all my life long and helps everyone around me, even in the tiniest things. I think that that's the only thing that He does, that He listens to us.
Well, that's good. That's good. There's nothing I can say. Continue.
Meaning the main thing is to constantly be in dialogue with Him.
Yeah, the main thing is to have a dialogue, that's for sure. But what she says, I wouldn't want to go deeper into that.
Olga is asking, what does it mean that we create the Creator?
Because the created reality doesn't exist. In the measure that I can perceive the upper light and correct myself in similarity to it, to this upper light, this part within me is called the Creator, which is why this part is called Boreh. Come and reveal and see.
Again, we talked 40 minutes about the Creator just now. Now you're saying that He doesn't exist. So who is Atzmuto, His essence, the Creator?
All of that is conditional. We're really talking about what we can reveal. Revelation of the Creator in this world comes in the measure of similarity with my qualities to His qualities, until the point when my qualities are not similar to Him, that there is no the Creator.
He doesn't exist in me, but He exists in general.
No, it doesn't exist.
Okay, Laura is following and she's asking, Laura from Odessa, you just said that we do everything. We make the Creator. And it contradicts that the Creator does everything, that all the thoughts come from Him, everything that my body does, it comes from Him. How do you coincide the two?
It's really simple. You can say the Creator acts towards me in the same way that I act towards Him, because it's an immovable force that fulfills everything and holds everything inside of it and is revealed in a measure that I advance towards it.
So the Creator is just an idea that develops the Creator?
It's not an idea. There's no idea here. I don't want to confuse you. Just you need to think on this topic for a long time, and it may take you longer than a few years, and eventually you'll begin to understand what is this upper world, this force that's within it, and what is the Creator. But it's not something that happens right away. We live in a very narrow sensation of our feelings, which is why we are unable to speak about this quality called the Creator. We don't have the tools for it. So gradually, I promise you that 6 more months, maybe another 6 months, and you will start to feel and be able to decipher where we are, where we exist.
So it's good that we're just talking about the Creator.
Yes. It truly gets one closer to the spiritual world.
Roma is asking, all the feelings of the Creator are the Creator only in a concealed manner?
Yes, of course.
Suppose 1 or 200 years ago, people they also understood who the creator is, or they were more advanced, or how was it?
What people?
In general, now thousands are watching us, tens of thousands. Meaning people were more primitive.
They were more primitive. They couldn't perceive anything.
So if there are like a few thousands of people 1 or 200 years ago,
I would have been beaten up.
we have to say that Abraham was pursued by young kids that threw rocks at him.
Kabbalists, Creator has always made it so that his closest followers, loyal followers, are
There's even this article in Shamadi about
treated
it.
badly. It's needed for the Kabbalist.
But he wants to be revealed. The Creator wants to be revealed. It says so by His created beings.
So for that, he begs them on.
Does the Creator answer personal requests?
There are no private appeals. He doesn't answer those. There's only one appeal about the closeness with the Creator. If a person asks for that, then everything works out.
So if you pray for your friend, that's heard. Well, someone wants to be healthy, wants to have some quality, so not to ask for that. And if I feel some kind of hardship,
If this is something that's necessary for your spiritual work and you're in a group, then ask and you will receive.
if it's necessary for the spiritual work, suppose it's necessary, then no doubt a person will get it. Okay, Valentina from Germany is asking, how can you hear the Creator's intention towards me in order to go hand in hand with His plans?
Through the group. Only through the group, Valentina.
Tatiana from Kiev is asking, why do the different religious and mystical concepts get confused with what we learn in Kabbalah?
Because that's how we are. We have within us centuries-old stupidity, which is why all these things are confusing within us. We don't have one clear definition.
Meaning those concepts that are written about, they just seem to us as something. And it's supposed to be this way, that the Creator doesn't want for us to understand them.
Yes, but we still need to make our way through this.
Edik from Kherson is asking, why does the Creator need our suffering?
These are not suffering. It's a necessary sensation of confusion, because without those sensations, we wouldn't be able to reveal Him in a correct way. We wouldn't be able to discover Him, understand, to get close to Him and feel Him. All of these are necessary.
Dennis from Peter is asking, what does it mean that if I don't have these qualities, neither does the Creator have? It's like an ostrich that puts its hand in the sand and that's it.
Friends, the Creator is a quality of love and bestowal. In our world, this quality does not exist. In our world means regular people that you see on the streets, they don't have this quality. This quality is attained gradually if I'm in a group. And in the group, I study the science of Kabbalah, and I desire to attract this upper light so that it would change me. Then, it acts upon us, and we gradually change. Within us, there occurs an understanding of what it is, love, bestowal, and connection. This is how it works. Gradually, this quality of love and bestowal appears within us, and in this measure we feel the spiritual world far away. We unite more and more, and then more and more this upper light influences us, and so on and so forth. We constantly try to create between us such a strong connection that is called Adam before his shattering. That's what we need to aspire to. This aspiration towards the system when it was put together. We try to do this in our small and large groups, in our tents. When we try to connect, then we attract upon ourselves light that existed inside of this tent, inside of this Adam. And this light corrects us. That is the entire science. There's nothing else. Now we are outside of this system, outside of this tent, as if we have fallen out, and we need to get closer to it and connect between us, and we will see how, in the measure of our efforts, this light begins to act and work within us. It connects us and begins to shine within us.
Conscious and subconscious, how is it related to the Creator?
Conscious is what we have as knowledge. Subconscious is something Kabbalah doesn't lean on.
It's not the Creator?
No. Why do you feel that everything that we cannot see, discover, is the Creator?
You said that everything's the Creator.
No, you have some imaginary fluctuations inside of yourself, and you call it the Creator.
Intuition.
So what about intuition?
People say that it's something that helps us, leads us unconsciously.
Okay. All right, so it helps us, guides us, so what? A person has a lot of these inner definitions inside of him. All of them, do they come from the Creator? Yes, of course, there's none else besides him. So what? But to assign it to his actions, that's something you should not do.
Can you please tell us what are the main stages of the revelation of the Creator?
Oh, okay, good. The first stage of development of the revelation of the Creator is when we feel that we've been pricked by something and we start to look for the meaning of life. Then we are attracted towards a group, we find a group, and then the third stage, we are explained what we need to do in order to reveal the Creator, because Kabbalah is a method of revelation of the Creator. Then I fulfill these actions, even though I don't want to do them. Then I do these actions, maybe some of them. Gradually, I clarify for myself over a period of time what to do, what not to do, with whom, and I practice Kabbalah in the group. And the most important thing is for me to see that there's me inside of the group, and inside of the group we would reveal the Creator. That's what needs to exist.
For this desire to reside in everyone.
Yes, let's say we are here. We are all of our friends. We're here, and here we want to, all of us, to connect. Each one is repelled from his egoistic desires in order to, in the group, in our desires, to reveal this force that's called the Creator. That's it. There's nothing else. But there needs to be a group. There needs to be study, learning, and what else? The Creator.
That's
it, nothing else. One more time. Very simply, me, the group, and the Creator.
войти в группу.
I need to enter the group, and inside of the group, reveal this creator.
Вот так.
Like that. That's it.
Очень простая методика.
A very simple method.
Работа внутри.
Everything else is but work inside of the group, for men and women.
Дальше.
Raphael is asking, why did he create the created beings? What did he need it for?
Не можем. Это очень
This is something we can't understand now. It's a very serious question, but it has no answer.
насладить творение.
He just wanted to bring contentment to the creatures. Why? We cannot understand the answer, because we exist
Какой-то ступени
within limitations of time. But
мы можем это
during a certain stage of a Kabbalistic ladder, we do reveal it, and eventually we'll understand it, but right now we cannot.
What exercises should I do in order to take on the form of the Creator?
в правильной группе.
To dissolve in a correct group.
То есть читать статьи Рабаша,
In other words, to read
первые там 20 статей.
articles of Rabash, the first 20, let's say, and to do them in the group.
Гости из Сочи смотрят наши уроки, говорит, вы говорили, что
You said that the Creator, we read that when you pray for yourself, it destroys your soul. And today you said, pray as much as you want for wherever you want. The main thing is to have dialogue.
Потом молитесь.
No, first include yourself in the group and then pray.
Желаете
Friends,
раскрыть Творца, тогда вы должны быть внутри группы.
if you desire to reveal the Creator, then you need to be inside of the group.
Просить его за
If you desire to reveal Him, then you need to ask Him for the group, or group for Him.
группа Творец. Это должно
You need to unify these concepts. I, myself, the group, and the Creator. This needs to be one whole.
И вопрос еще про одно понятие.
Another question about the middle line and the soul. It's and the Creator. It's one and the same.
то, что мы достигаем
Middle line is what we attain through correct unification between the left and the right lines, and between them, the Creator is revealed.
What is the light and how is it expressed?
который
Light as a quality of love and bestowal that fulfills our desires, and in that measure, we feel the Creator.
сила свойства.
The upper force and the light are the same.
Yes, upper force, light, and quality of bestowal is the same.
Нам ответил, как это делал Балю Сулам с учениками.
Can you raise our desires to the Creator and for Him to answer us?
Быть уверены, что
Of course, you can be sure of this. All of your letters, your requests, all these questions that you're asking, all of them go up to the Creator,
так, как вы ее знаете.
but in a different form. Not how you're asking them, because there are a lot of here very private,
Эгоистически,
egoistic
которые не стоят.
questions which should not be appealed to the Creator in this form, but still it goes through to Him.
Is it necessary to go through all the egoistic degrees in order to understand Him?
Надо, это все необходимо.
Yes, it is revealed in this way. All of this is necessary because it organizes this common kli.
As if it creates a desire.
Yes.
Непрестанно сталкиваешься с вопросами, почему
Many times there are questions like, why did the Creator do this to me? Why did something happen? I wanted something else, and so on.
Произошло, только вы этого еще не осознаете.
So you simply don't you recognize that this thing that happened with you it was good, and you don't understand how much it gets you closer to the Creator.
People all the time have this desire to come closer to the Creator.
О нем и о том,
To get closer to the Creator is to constantly think about Him, and everything that you're thinking comes from Him. Towards whom are you appealing? To Him. Towards Him, and there's none else besides Him. Just imagine for yourself that you're constantly inside of Him, and you have no connection with anyone but Him, and there's no connection between you. And this world is imaginary,
это все один Творец.
created for you, but all it is just one Creator.
And what is the prayer for the group then?
Это только для того, чтобы
To pray for the group is only for us to gradually tune ourselves correctly towards this none else besides Him.
So maybe we can invite everyone to our upcoming Congress in a month, 21st, 22nd, 23rd of February. It's the main event of the year, the big Congress in Israel. We invite everyone.
Что могу сказать? Я
And what do you wish us?
What can I say? I will be very happy.
жду ее раз в неделю.
I'm awaiting our meetings once a week.
Встречаться, может быть, иногда.
I await them. Let's perhaps meet also during our lessons. I am sure I can see that you receive a certain fulfillment from this.
Постепенно,
A certain,
постепенно.
and you will see gradually
Ждать раскрытия Творца, мы будем
in
готовы.
your life that we will await the revelation of the Creator. We will advance towards it. We will see ourselves as one group. I wish you luck and